Alrighty then, what is up everyone? Starting a new session going on to 6B, I'm guessing. If it's 6A, I'm not exactly sure. But alright, so we're gonna get this going. Alrighty then, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another episode of this wonderful, weird thing that I don't know what to think about. All I know is that I don't have a positive thing to say about this game. Actually, I do. It's entertaining. Let's just say that. It's more entertaining than most games I've played. Or visual novels I've read. Definitely more entertaining. So continue on to chapter 6B, I think. Also, I'm drinking pink lemonade, as you guys know. And if you don't know it, it's the drink of the gods. It's one of my favorite drinks. Alright. Oh, it's so sour. Oh, it's so sour. After what feels like not nearly long enough, the final day of school before exam approaches. I have one last review lesson for the class prepared for tomorrow morning. Yes, moaning. Who am I gonna fuck? I'm still not happy that I haven't fucked anyone yet. Tomorrow morning. Then after that, it's all up to them. I'm tweaking my notes, really stressing out despite the fact there's not much I can do when my phone rings. Hello? I wanna play a game. Oh shit, it's one of these games, huh? Hi, I'm looking for John Rook. The school said I could reach him at this number. I'm John, speaking. It's Ichigo Yamasaki's, it's Ichigo. Ichigo Yamazuki calling. Oh, hello, Miss Yamazaki. How are you doing this evening? Perfectly fine, thank you. But I think we need to have a conversation about what's been going on in the school's social network services. The words hit me like a kick in the face. I can't respond, I'm just stunned. I immediately reached for the obvious conclusion. She's talking about my eavesdropping. Oh shit, it came back to get me. I'm starting to panic. My heart is pounding. This is where it all goes to hell. My heart is racing so fast, so heavily, I almost worry she can hear it. On the other end, I try to stay calm. Yeah, What'd be a good time for me to come in? I work during the day, but I could come by Tuesday morning. Is that alright for you? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Good. I'll see you then. Oh, good. I'll see you then. Okay. Goodbye. Uh-oh. Did we get busted, or was it talking about... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. My dreams are slowly crumbling, people. I would love to have this. I would love to be able to look at every single message, picture you sent to every single person you talk to who... I should join the NSA. She hangs up before I can say anything. Not that I have anything to say. The NSA is just a bunch of people with voyeurism. What the fuck? At least I have a few days to think about it. The school's not going to protect me here. Is there any angry... If there's any angry parents, well, she's the one Akira's tuition... she's the one paying Akira's tuition, not me. I imagine they said to be discreet for a reason. I'm terrified, just absolutely terrified. Is there anything I can say to her that'll not end in disaster for me? Anything at all? The question keeps me up half the night. Pawn captures Rook. The winter morning air is cool, and the morning is quiet as I walk to school. I'm still shaken. I still don't know how I'm going to deal with Miss Yamazaki in a couple of days. Will I get fired to appease her? She really does raise it with the school. Probably, if there's anything I can do to prevent that, if it comes down to it. I doubt it. No way. I'm new. I'm expendable. Would she? I don't know. She's probably angry, though. Thinking about it, I would be. That sort of huge breach in privacy would be absolutely furious. I'm screwed. I'm absolutely screwed. Somehow I fucked up and she figured out, and now I'm probably going to just be destroyed by that. Looks like I could figure out somehow how to, ways to make it okay, but what could I possibly do? What would excuse that? Wait, hold on. This is chapter 7. Why the fuck was there chapter 6A? Whatever. I've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's all I can think about as I walk. That I have to think of something. There must be something I could do to put it all right. Or I'm fucked. I'm so lost in thought that it takes me a good moment to realize that the silence has been broken by the sound of crying from right behind me. Startled, I turn around to see... her. Her spirit can't pass on because of you. Why did you let her down? Why, John Rook? She's tormented. She's tormented. It's all your fault. If you only stopped her. She rushes forward, grabbing my lapel, sobbing heavily against my chest. What the? It's so awful. So awful. Why didn't you just put a stop to her, John? Why? She wasn't... Would have been so easy. You just had to say something, but no, you let her die. Suddenly, she shoves me away. She stares with the creepiest smile in the world, a smile that can pierce your very soul. I'm horrified. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She'll come back for you. Isabella will come back for you for one last goodbye. She turns and runs away. Wait, come back here! I shout and I start to give chase, but it's too late. She's already disappeared. All I can do is stand there, catching my breath. This is too much. This is too surreal. I don't know how to respond here. What the hell has happened to my life? Being a teacher's not all it's popped up to be, huh? I arrived later than most of the classes, and all I can do is not look terrified while I sit there, waiting. I fidget like an absolute madman. I keep glancing back and forth at the computer, desperate for some brief distraction, tapping my fingers. I just hope it's not too noticeable. Hey, sir. My mom got a hold of you last night, right? In more ways than one. Yeah, she did. We didn't talk long. Okay, I mean, I know she wanted me to be there Thursday, 11 a.m. Is meeting in your office cool, or... That's fine, I mean, I'll be in school during the entire exam period, but yeah, we can talk about it then. Great, okay, I'll tell her that. Right. I try not to stare at him. It's not his fault. He hasn't done anything unreasonable, and he's not the one threatening me. It's his mother. His mother, who I still can't think of a way to deal with. There has to be something. At least one of these insane things in my life I have to be able to deal with. Sir? Sorry, did you say something? Just me and Kendall are doing our presentation today, alright? Yeah, right. Can we present after school? We kinda wanna rehearse at lunch. It's no pra. Yeah, sure, it's no problem. See bye. He's 6 bets down, and not for long, the last exam review class begins. Needless to say, it goes terribly, just absolutely terribly. My mind is just too far elsewhere, dwelling on the outcome catastrophe between their exams, that weird girl's message, and Miss Yamazaki. Just too much for me to handle. 3:55 p.m. That's it for today. Well, as far as classes go, anyway. Somehow managed to calm myself down a little bit. By the end, I'm still scared. I still can't think of anything, but I'm a grown man. I need to sack up and stop freaking out. Grow a fucking pair. Yeah. It's scary. Yeah, I still don't know what to do. Everything could go wrong. Eventually probably will go wrong. I'll just have to deal with it. I tell myself, easier said than done, but I'll be damned if I don't try. Sup, bro? Delicious lemonade. Hey, sir. Hi, you guys. So you have a presentation? Are you both ready to start, or do you need a couple minutes? Give me a sec. I need to get the music queued up. Okay. In this, I'll be playing a role of Anonymous. Okay, got it. And my role will be that of Anonymous. Kendall presses a button on her computer to start playing her music, and Akira turns off the lights. Both clear their throats, waiting for a moment. Yeah, I'm gonna read my messages. Does anyone know exactly supposed to be on the literature exam? I was sure right up until Mr. Rook's review lecture. Yeah, this is pretty lol, what? I'm really glad it's not just me. Has a backup of like 20 shows he can't start until after exams. I know, right? So unfair. Oh, hey, rehearsal. Alright. They go dark. They're ominous. Both clear their throats, waiting them out. In this thread, spoilers! What is going on? Dark Vader is Luke's father. Bruce Willis was actually a ghost. It was really just Earth in the future. Tyler Durden was the name of his alternate personality. They're spoiling so many movies! Snape kills Dumbledore. Rosebud was the name of his sled. The missing girl was secretly just an AI. The dead girl actually just moved away as part of an elaborate trick. Wait, what? What was the last one? Well, you know, the sequel to the thing you said. For reals? I never actually understood what the hell happened in the end. My face when implying is not really easy to understand. Implying it is. Seriously, bro, what the fuck's with the story there? KK! The feudal lord is suddenly forced to take over the band of apprentices, each representing the 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac. But he's completely ill-equipped for it. What the fuck is going on here? I don't get half the shit they're talking about. He takes everything too seriously, right? Way too seriously, for sirs. So, what then? He starts spying on them. Oh, underscore Big O. Well, yeah, of course. He's their lord. That's what lords do. He's supposed to train them and to be just like him. That's his job. Okay, so what's the whole deal then? So then the apprentices all conspire together and hatch a plan to make their lord look ridiculous, you know? Bring him down to earth a little. Are they talking about me? Well, right. That's the deal with the girl, right? The one who represented the dog? You mean Yo? Yeah, totes. You don't find out until the end, though. See, the thing was that she actually was planning on running away to return to her home village anyway. Her village was in the middle of famine, and they couldn't afford to have their eldest daughter off in the Lord's study anymore. Oh, so that's what the scene was. They wake up? They wake up? How does it do his voice? It was like, it literally was yesterday I was doing his voice. And like that's what the scene was. They wake up, Lord, and make it look like she kills herself. Implying you don't understand what happened, clearly understand exactly what happened. Lol. So what part didn't you get then? What was the deal with the ghost? Bruce Willis? Well, are you mad? No, the one hunting the Lord. Oh, too bad you didn't mean Bruce Willis. He's totally hot. First meme is forced, bro. My face when you couldn't actually explain what the deal with the ghost was. The deal with the ghost was that she's actually just a servant of the dog girl. She had conspired with the mother of Yo's best friend. She was really a ghost? Well, no. So what the fuck was the ending supposed to be? In the end, Yo returns to reveal that the whole time was merely a comic farce. Then she delivers the morale of the story. Which is... well, Yo Dog puts the moral in his hand so he can lord it over them while his lord's over them. What? Trollface. .png. Ah, look at that. They're keeping high quality. Get the fuck out of here. After a long dramatic pause, Kento does a courtesy and Akira bows. So, is that it? That's it. Then could you please explain to me what the dramatic techniques that was supposed to show in an understanding of? Glad you asked, sir. Foreshadowing. I stare at them. A pun? Seriously? Okay then, thank you. There's one more class this semester that comes after all the exams. I'll let you know what your marks are then, okay? Okay, see ya, sir. Yeah, later, sir. Good luck on the exam. Well, that's enough after that. Time to go. Thursday. The exam's come and gone. I just have to wait for the exam period to finish for all their classes. It's nerve-wracking. It says it's supposed to be an easy break for me, just a time to relax, finish the semester's marking, and take it easily, knowing there isn't any more real material to teach until January. But, of course, I'm not. How could I take it easy when everything's wrong and is converging? I can't help but feel crushed by the weight of my failures. 2 divorces, a sudden career change, and a midlife crisis, just so I could completely screw it up right when it started? I'm a creep, and a shitty teacher. I like completely, and I let completely invading my students' privacy become banal to me, and managed to completely fail Isabella. And all I could think is it might look bad if my students did poorly on their exams. All I can think is, oh, woe is me, I can lose my job as Miss Yamazaki gets upset. Never mind why. I'm fucked. And I'm fucked up who absolutely deserved it. She's probably already on her way to my office. Time to go face the music. I head down the hallway. It's empty and completely quiet. With what everyone being in the middle of the exams right now, the building's mostly deserted. But then suddenly, from around the corner appears someone. It's a fucking ghost, everyone. So she faked her suicide, huh? Hey, after exams after the last exam today, want to come over and hang out? We barely talked in this. Love to. I missed you too. Exams was a plan, bro. What's the plan, bro? I don't know. I hadn't thought that far. I just got a new PKK game, if you're interested. It's multiplayer co-op, or we could do something else. It's no big deal. I'm not really that good at video. That's why I just like watching you. But if we can do it together, why not? Or we could just make an excuse for you to come over and just make out on my couch for hours. Lol. Oh, Nolan, you're a man after my own heart. No, seriously, I'm totes interested in playing video with you. It'll be fun. I know how much you're into that sort of thing. Let's do this thing. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, we can walk home together after this 3. It's a date. Aw, they're adorable. Holy shit! Hello, Mr. Rook. I've been looking for you. I stare at her, shocked. It's like the girl said, Isabella will come back for you. Everyone thought you were dead. I can't believe she's here. I mean, I was always a little skeptical about the rumors, but after she disappeared for months... What is this? What'd I do? Oh, oops. What happened to you? Everyone thought you killed yourself! Really? Where did you get the impression from? And I stopped to think about it. Where did I get an impression from? And anyone ever say anything to me about her, or did I just read about it on Ami? No, I only killed myself socially. My parents can't really afford tuition here anymore. We had to move back, out into the boonies. I was going to tell you, but it was very all sudden then, well, I'm sure you could figure all the rest out. I'm starting to get an idea. I just keep staring in shock. I'm an even bigger idiot than I have ever realized. So the girl was just your friend. Your friend who was completely in on the joke? A friend of Ichigo's, actually. It was all her idea, you know. Anyhow, she's waiting in your office. I have to go now, but I'll be back later. Bye. It was really nice to see you. Yeah, it was nice to see you too. A plan. But she must have known that it was only something anyone ever said on Ami. And if that's the case, I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on at all. I'm glad to see she's alive, of course, but now I just feel even more confused as I walk to my office. Hi, Miss Yamazaki, Akira? Please, just call me Ichigo. Why don't you have a seat? I sit down, and so do the two of them. I try to make eye contact, but it's hard. I guess I should just come clean then. My heart races. Time to just be a man and say it. I've been reading all the class's social network messages for the whole semester. I won't try to defend myself. It was so easy to justify to stop bullying, to make sure they were paying attention to class, but it wasn't. It was just creepy and voyeuristic. I should have been better than that. I'm really sorry. I mean, I know it's hard to forgive an intrusion into your privacy like that, Akira, and I don't expect you to, but, well, I'm truly sorry. I just wanted to let you know. There's a long, awkward silence as the both of them just stare at me, taking it in. This is what they wanted to confront me about, I know. I guess they weren't expecting me to confess right away. Maybe I didn't have to. No, I definitely did, even if I couldn't deny it. Huh? What? I don't know what you're talking about. That's not exactly what I came here to talk about. Now it's my turn to stare in shock. You did it already know? No, of course, I knew that, I knew. Don't be ridiculous, everyone knows that. What? See, Mom? Shush, Akira. John, I just came here to apologize for how the prank with Isabella got out of the hand. I thought it'd be a funny way to get to you, lighten up and encourage it. But I didn't realize Akira was sending you creepy messages at all hours of the night, and Caitlin Robinson went a little over the top. I want to apologize on their behalf. Sorry, but let's go back to what you were saying. I don't understand what you were trying to apologize for. I violated your son's privacies for starters. Sorry, Akira. I read everything you posted on Ami. I guess you caught on. That's why you did the prank to get me to lay off. I guess it was too dense to take the hint. No, bro. We did the prank because we wanted to get you to line it up. You always pretended like, that you did it. I don't think you understand. Even the private ones. So? I don't think you really quite get it. They all knew that, they all knew that. They all knew from the very start, even why wouldn't they be? You keep saying privacy. What a weird, antiquated concept to keep bringing up. What? Antiquated? I mean, I know modern society can be invasive, but antiquated? Oh dear. Well, John, it's like this. Akira, can you define what it means? Privacy. That's right. I guess if you're private, that means to just hide everything about yourself, so it's kind of like that? I stare at him in the months I've known him. Somehow this is the first time I've ever heard anything like that. He's honestly doesn't understand the concept. That's terrifying. I don't want to be rude, but it's alarming. He doesn't really know what it means, does he? What, his generation? Of course not. Why would he? For that matter, why would you? That's a real old idea, you know. I'm surprised you have so much attachment to it. Didn't you grow up on Facebook? What? No, not really. I came around when I was in high school, I guess. But I never saw the point. I'm a lot older than I look. Huh. A lot older than you act, too. Truthfully, neither did I. Understand the thing in Japan's aren't quite the same as they are here. I didn't move later on, but still, I'm surprised. I'm shocked. I realize it's been eroded so much, but I didn't realize it would be completely foreign. You're being so silly, though. You said voyeuristic. How is that? Well, I read their private exchanges. Oh, come on. Surely you passed written messages to your classmates when you were in his age, too. It was just on paper, right? Yeah. Well, did you ever write anything on those that you'd be truly upset if the teacher ended up taking it from you? I have to think about it. I guess not, actually. No, but that's not the same thing at all. We still knew that privacy was important. We were just careful. Akira, have you ever written anything on anime that you'd be truly upset with Mr. Brooks seeing? No. It's weird that he'd want to read my love letters to Nolan, but no, of course not. So, what are you saying then? Nothing really changed at all since then? Things are different? Things are things? Is that it? She just laughs. Oh, you know. That was actually my favorite book at his age. No, I think that's what's wrong, though. Things are different, of course. There's no sense of privacy. It's a silly, outdated concept that feels so unsocial. Does that sound right, Akira? Social legit. Unsocial. In a good way to put it. That sounds... It's funny. In the future, all things are pretty much open and people could give two shits about it, which is... weird. It's an interesting turn that this visual novel made, and the music's fucking jacking up like crazy. Let me start a new recording before I make this. Alright, this decision. It's incredibly dangerous. It makes perfect sense! I guess that makes sense in a way. The fundamental misunderstanding, I think, is mistaking privacy for control of your own personal boundaries. But isn't it? Isn't that what it means? But isn't it, I mean? That's what we always supposed it was, wasn't it? But we're both grumpy old fogiers who were slow to adapt. We always assumed it was just binary. There's things you just keep to yourself and things you have public, and the two don't mix. It's kinda stupid though, isn't it? What's wrong with this generation assuming that knowing more about someone is always a good thing? What is wrong with controlling your image? He understands that far more than I ever will, in fact. Not thinking in terms of sorry, I'm not sure how to put this in English. In terms of degrees, maybe? It's not a thought of discrimination doesn't exist. You can still hide things or show things only selectively. You just don't hide everything by default. I mean, let me put it this way. You managed to organize an entire class into elaborating hopes at your expense, and you think you're the manipulated one. Really? It is completely foreign to me what she's saying. I wanted to miss her to just say that's stupid, but the last part rings true. The last part makes me stop and reconsider. I'm terribly sorry. I've been rambling, haven't I? It's alright. She stands up and offers her hands a shake. I follow her lead. Well, hope that makes some sense to you. Anyhow, I want to apologize again for Akira and Caitlin going over the top. You shouldn't feel bad. She shakes my hand and looks at her son. Is there anything else you wanted to add? He thinks about it. I say, sir, if you want to creep on us on Ami, that's fine, totes legit. But you don't have to be so serious business all the time. I don't really get what Mom's talking about with privacy and what happens, but I just want to know something and or help. Why not just ask? It's not like I want to hide stuff from you. I want to be your friend. Isn't that crazy, bro? Is that what it all comes down? Is that what it all comes down to? Really? That's it? That's the morale? That's the big lesson to be learned at the end of it all? After they leave, I just sit back down in the office chair and stare out the window. Somehow the world didn't come crashing down on me after all. December 20th. The last day, I believe. The last day of class until January comes at last. Everyone seems excited again. There's no real work of any kind. It's just a day to come and pick up marks. Would sooner die than write another exam. I feel your pain. So much hate. It could be worse. You could be bleeding the whole time. Hates exams. 90 average, bitches. Congrats. That's pretty great. That's great. That's an A. The last day of class until January comes at last. Everyone seems excited again. There's no real work of any kind. It's just a day to come and pick up marks. I guess they're all glad to have a chance to unwind after exams. I can't say that I don't understand what it feels like to be massively relieved. But before I continue, I should really check those messages. Oh my god, it feels so terrible. I just want to curl up and die. This is the worst day ever. I feel so gross. Uh-oh. Ew. That's the only thing worse. Period. Oh, I got one of these. Ow. Oh, look at that. Oh, sweet, they did extremely well. Alright, your students' marks have officially been updated as December 20th, including the exam scores. Please keep in mind, as the Lake City Academy is extremely competitive collegiate with a reputation to maintain, we expect our classes to maintain high standards of excellency in grades. Remember, in the province of Ontario, university admissions are based solely on the high school marks upon graduating. A mediocre class reflects very poorly onto school and undermines our students' success in the real world. In keeping the high standards of excellence, your students' literature marks have been curved according to the school policy. Ah, they've been curved to become better. Charlotte got the best grades. Akira got... Oh, good job, Akira. Ariana, Kendall Flowers... In the future, please be sure your students' marks are acceptable before submission, as otherwise to create more work for the administration staff. Wow, they're doing what most schools do. There we go. I should be caught up enough now. I can't believe absolutely all my worrying was for nothing. I mean, what was I thinking? The marks turned out okay, and my job turned out okay. Isabella turned out okay. My dignity didn't really turn out too well, but that's my biggest problem. I could probably live with that. So, how are the boonies? I think the suicide story would be better. At least that would be quicker and painless. Too bad, bro. I like his shirt. He looks pretty sweet. I don't suppose there's terribly much to do out there, is there? You're a Pickering, right? Ajax. Oh. What's the difference? One of the 3 insurrections with traffic lights, the other has 4. It's not quite that terrible, is it really? No, pretty much. It's a shame you can't come into town more often. It's not that far away. Ajax may be half an hour out, but despite that, you guys tried to convince me into not exactly Elysium. It's not exactly Elysium. There's a train, isn't there? School's been busy. Try BT Dubs. Awesome work with that, Akira. High five, bro. They exchange a high five, although Akira doesn't look too pleased about it. I'm sorry, Mr. Rook, but it really was actually very funny. Yeah, laugh it up. Clearly, it's not like I wanted you to take me seriously anyway. So Ariana knew that I was reading that about her wanting to suck my dick. Well, shit, this bitch. The bell rings early. Since it's only half a day, time for them to move on to their other classes. Everything feels so relaxed. I guess things worked out in the end after all. When noon comes, I pack up my stuff early, too, and leave at the same time as the students. No real reason to stick around for the rest of the day. Excuse me, Mr. Rook, can we talk? I want to just say no one run away, but I guess I can't really do that. Dun dun boom dun dun. Oh dear, cramps? Yeah. Wait, how'd you know? Because your period's always 3 days after mine, remember? We have the conversation every single month. Alright, this is the worst. I think I'm gonna have to bail out on you guys. Need to go home and lie down forever. I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better. Yep, I've known girls who are crippled by that. Let's see, so what are your plans post-exam? I'm gonna drink until I either forget about the exams or how to keep drinking. Doesn't really matter much. Good luck with that. Good luck with Matt. Wait, what's Elysium? Oh, the Greek afterlife, where souls wander forever. Think Hill, Limbo, Purgatory, Rainbow Road, etc. Rainbow Road's hell. Rainbow Road's easy. I don't know what's wrong with you people. I want to just say no one run away, but I guess I can't really do that. I guess so. It's especially awkward with her. I know far more about her feelings for me than I should. Thanks to what I've read, I can't stop thinking of the one conversation with Taylor. I should apologize to you. I guess you're already caught up on, but I've read all your Amy messages, even the private ones. We all know. That's hardly a secret. Well, even the ones you sent to Taylor about. Oh, right. Those. I mean, I know antiquated ideas of privacy, but that was still something I should have seen. I'm really sorry. Don't be sorry. I meant every word that I said. You know. I wasn't really for Taylor's benefit. It was... We would have just talked at lunch. I was actually hoping you would read those. I stare at her. Really? Oh. So you probably remember what Taylor's advice was then. I guess I'm just going to do that. No more cutesy beating around the bush. She looks down and then takes a deep breath. Mr. Rook, for some reason, I like you a lot. I think you could be a really good friend and a really good lover. I would like to spend time with you out of school. You know, I can keep secrets. You know, I'm discreet. You know I can be an adult where it counts. I think you've been unfair to me. I think if you gave it a chance, just give it a chance. If you don't, fine. We'll both be worse off for it, but I'll accept it and move on. I'm not going to be Taylor about it. Don't worry. I don't. Just give it a chance. Take me out for lunch. Tell me about your life. If you don't want to take me home afterwards, that's fine. But come on, what do you say? Why don't you just take me out for a nice innocent lunch and we'll see what happens? What do I say to that? Yes! Yes! Maybe she's right. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot at least. Maybe she does that much better. Oh well. Reliving the little high school crush. Why not? All of us had those high school crushes on teachers or anything along those lines. I know it's not suitable. It's not suitable. I was about to say for society standards afterwards, and I just mixed everything up in all one word. It's not suitable for society's standards on how things work. it's not good. You can date students, but obviously there's a specific age and depends on where you live and all this just comes to. But it's all looked down upon depending on where you live, obviously. But stuff like this has happened before. And since Luna's kind of going against his morals, and that may be a little creepy, he's been divorced twice. And I believe he said he had kids before, I'm not exactly sure. I believe he hinted at something along those lines. He didn't say he had kids, but he said something along those lines. Something along the lines of children. I'm not exactly sure. And he's more than half their age. It's all wrong, but let's just do it for the visual novel, people. Yes, I'll take you out. Maybe she's right. Maybe it weren't her to give it much of a shot, at least. Maybe she deserves that much. Okay. Her reaction is delayed, taking her a moment to realize that I've actually just agreed. Really? Oh, that's great. I don't see why we can't have lunch. Anyway, come on. I know this really nice place nearby. I'll show you. We walk off together and she has a skip in her step, grinning at all the way. So, Mr. Rook, tell me about yourself. Just how old are you anyway? I'm not telling you. It's embarrassing. That's going to have to stay private. She pauses and gives me an oddest look. Private? I don't understand. End of chapter 7. Interesting. It's kind of weird. No one really understands the idea of privacy. And I guess it's also playing on the idea that how we're so open on things, you know, with the YouTubes, with the Facebooks, and everything along those lines. So that's a very interesting turn that it took. Story and code, Christine Love. Alright, so she did a pretty good job with the visual novel, I'm not gonna lie. I liked it a lot more. Obviously, though, I wish the art was a little bit done better, but not everyone's an artist, you know. The backgrounds look great. The backgrounds look beautiful. The music, there's some good music, but I think the music and the mood should, be a little bit better than what it was. You know, a lot of things ended up just pretty much being, not everything ended up being, oh, and me. Oh, thank you. I played your game for you, Kristen Love, college student, who's also made the, an internet love story, or digital love stories, which is coming out soon. I believe September, the sequel. I believe you have to pay for it. Apparently, everyone's hyped up for it, I believe. But that's it. So, I have lunch with her. Now, there's two more endings. One where I pretty much walk home alone, where I believe I just say no to her. And there's one which is this one right there. And if I took on her advances and had a relationship with her this whole time, I believe we go and have sex, I believe, or something like that. Or it leads up to an H scene that they don't show. Now, obviously, the art needs a little bit work. I like the title screen. Look at the title screen. The music obviously doesn't fit in some places, but the music's solid. I really liked some of the music. I might actually use it for my own videos or anything along those lines. I actually really dig them. The writing for each character was superb. Really good. Now, it's not one of those, because what's weird, it didn't take the steps on doing writing as in how we know it, where it's all proper and all that stuff. It's actually how teenagers and some young adults talk today. So it's kind of do that, and it also played with the idea of what privacy is, and obviously we have this whole privacy issue with the NSA happening, and kind of interesting because I believe this was made in 2011, I believe. So it's kind of interesting that they brought that up in something in 2027, something as privacy is thought of differently, and how the internet made everything so open. And how older people that would be like, I don't know, he would be, older people don't really understand, and it's just all these little points growing into it, which I can't articulate the words for it right now, but it has a lot bigger meaning to it. Obviously, everything ended up being a happy ending, Isabella didn't kill herself, even though we thought she did. And everyone made it so we thought she did. Nolan and Akira are in a perfectly fine same-sex healthy relationship, which I'm surprised. I thought it was going to end terribly. The only bad thing that really did happen was obviously everything ended up being okay, I guess you could say. All the bad things leading up, I gave Ariana a chance, which I wanted to give her in the beginning, but my morals got in the way. I wish I chose her, and I wish I'd gone down the romantical path of it. But hey, I actually enjoy this. It's very entertaining. Definitely stuff with the 12th channel and the conversations between everyone, and definitely how everyone talks is definitely a big plus. It's so different. It's good. I don't know how to think about it. Obviously, the concept's a little weird, and it's kind of weird that it's viewed as okay in here, and everyone knew, which is interesting. If there's such a big secret like that, shouldn't the kids already know? They should know. They should be able to know. They could look at computer screens, it's not hard to do. But, I don't know, I really enjoyed this game, and that's it, guys. That's it for my blind playthrough. I told you all, well, I didn't, but I believe I probably would be telling people in the comments, this isn't going to be an epic. This game is fairly short. I think it'd probably be somewhere around like 10 episodes, or maybe 8, 9, I believe. I'm not exactly sure, but I enjoyed it. I definitely did. Would I play it again for you guys? Not really. Maybe, actually, no, I wouldn't, because not much would change, actually, except we would get the scene where Ariana and the teacher are making out, and that's about it. And you guys can look that up on the computer, on the interwebs, or look in the files. I definitely found pictures in the files, so that's easy. So I think that is about it, everyone. My name's Luna. That's the end for Don't Take It Personally, Babe. It just ain't your story. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I played it. This actually, it's pretty decent. I guess if I were to rate it out of 1 out of 10, I would probably give it a 7, or maybe an 8. Most likely around the 7. No, an 8. It's entertaining. Definitely the different forms of writing definitely is what makes it. The subject matters it tackles, something different. It's different, and that's why I like it. It's different. But, yep, that is it, everyone. My name's Luna. As always, stay frosty.